Hello friends, how you doing? Day 461. Hope you're doing amazing on this start to your week, Monday. And I'm coming in today to share with you my reflection on week 8 of The Artist's Way. Me and Charmaine, we do a weekly check-in on Sundays, and so that was yesterday. And we are currently on week 8, which is recovering a sense of strength. I shared last week quite a bit actually on the reading itself, which is quite powerful. And I'm finding that we're focusing a lot more on nurturing the inner child, the creative artist inside of ourselves. And this week, the tasks were quite quite interesting and quite inspirational. Actually, it asked us to identify a dream, and then it helped us actually break it down to okay, well, what does it look like? What do you do in 5 years? What can you do in the year, this year, to move you closer? What can you do the next month, the next week, today, right now? And so it's essentially it's breaking it down and creating an action plan, which is I think is very important. Because if sometimes, I'm a, if you will, a visionary thinker. So I think big picture, and sometimes I don't break it down to step by step. And if I don't do that, then I can easily get lost in the big picture and not get down to the nitty gritty of actually creating. And so I really like this exercise for this week. And it also brought us back to just think about things from childhood. Thought about a favorite color. For me, FYI, my favorite color is red. It's always been red. Yeah. The color of life, blood, my friends, passion, fire. Living life for me represents living life. And so I didn't finish actually all of the weekly tasks this week. I've been pretty good up until last week. Last week I only finished about half of it. This week I finished about half of it. So the reflection with Ms. Charmaine this week was that it's been a little more of a challenge to stay on top of the weekly tasks, the artist state, the morning pages, because to be honest, it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit of time, effort, and energy to actually to go through this, and it's as if the author knew we were going to hit some roadblocks and some challenges when we hit this 8-week mark. But it also, I'm grateful that I have Charmaine as an accountability partner, knowing that I have to show up and share with you what I've gained and what I've getting from it. And we're kind of going through a similar path as well. We show up for our morning pages. We want to grow. We want to learn through this process, but it is starting to take up quite a bit of time, energy, and are we seeing any type of result, if you will? I believe it is benefiting us, but just like any project, at some point it typically gets a little, I don't know, tired, if you will, of the process. However, I am committed to finishing, so I will definitely do that. There's only 4 weeks left, 8 down, 4 to go. Whoop whoop. So, I definitely feel great about that, and this week's artist state was the past one was I shared with you a few days ago was a walk around Trout Lake. So this week I'm planning. I don't know if I'll have time to plan and get everything ready, but I'm planning on actually trying a new recipe, and I'll put on live as well as my artist date. And it's supposed to be a vegan fish. So it sounded really amazing. So I like to try it. I just don't know if I have the time this week. But either way, if not, I'll just get out to a park of some sort and just connect with nature, or maybe some grounding. But I prefer to try a new recipe. And yeah, like I always try a new recipe live for some reason. I still don't know why I do that, but I'm happy to try something. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Whatever. It's not a big deal. The important thing is I try, right? Because when I try, I can actually learn and adjust and try again with some improvements. And so this week I did some reading ahead of time, and it's quite interesting. So week 9 is recovering a sense of compassion. And so this was actually quite powerful in terms of reminding me and anybody who's reading it that it is important to be compassionate to yourself as you're going through this, and to label your emotions and feelings properly. Because sometimes I talked about, use the example, sometimes we're trying to do something, like write a book or write a song or try out for something, and we call ourselves lazy because we don't get off our asses and we could do something. However, it may be a block. It may be fear of failure, of success, right? Whatever it is. But it's not necessarily laziness. For most people, it's not laziness. It is a fear, and it's a block that we may not actually understand. And so it's actually quite, like I said, I love reading it from an artist's perspective versus all the other books I read that are more of a scientific approach. And so it just gives me different things to read, but at the same time, it's not as structured. So sometimes I kind of lose focus when I'm reading it, but that's okay. And for one of the tasks, we are supposed to actually review for the first time our morning pages. And so I'm excited to do that because I've been writing every single day for 8 freaking weeks. That's 56 days. Wow. And for the morning pages, it's just a mind dump that I'm supposed to do every single morning, first thing. So I'm looking forward to actually reviewing it. I know that's going to take a little bit of time. I'm supposed to highlight some certain things. I think highlighting blocks, judgments. I don't know, highlighting a few different things, but whatever it is, I'll share with you next week. But I am really looking forward to reading that because, we were told not to read any of our morning pages for 8 weeks, and every day I've just been checking in and going at her. Okay, here we go. We're supposed to take stock on, who have I been consistently complaining about? What have I been procrastinating on? What have I allowed myself to change or accept? And so, again, we have to remember to be compassionate, right? Because the morning page is just a chance to to dump stuff, right? Just vent, basically, without interference or self-destruction or complaining without an audience or maybe to just dream without restriction, right? It's really just a chance to get to know our own selves and our own minds. And so I'm looking forward to actually going through the exercise. 56 pages, 56 times 3. So that's like 100, which is 6 times 2. What the heck is that? 168 pages? Wow. So I got quite a bit to go through. So, I'm supposed to highlight insights and another color to highlight actions that are needed. And so, should be a great exercise. But yeah, so hopefully this will motivate me a little bit more to actually do the task a little bit earlier. But I'm excited to see what it brings. And only 4 more weeks, my friends, 4 more weeks. Hope you're doing amazing on this start to your week. And I love you all. Ciao.